This tutorial will blow your mind. Here's the easiest way to do the most sultry ombre smoky eye. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, this technique is a must try. So if you're ready, let's begin. First, of course, we're going to go ahead and prime the lids, and I'm going to be using my favorite concealer here. This is the Milani concealer in the shade Warm Beige. You are, of course, welcome to use an eyeshadow primer if that's your preference. In this technique, we will section out the eyelid into 3 horizontal sections. Because I'm going to be creating a neutral, matte, sultry, smoky eye, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette today. To create those markings on my lid, I'm going to choose an eyeshadow that I'll be using in the mid-section of my eyeshadow look. It's going to be deep brown in my case. With an angled brush, I'm going to cut across my lid twice. I'm using a neutral brown shade because I'm creating a neutral brown eyeshadow look. You can use whatever shades you're planning to go with. And now that's going to create 3 sections for me, the lower, middle, as well as upper section. In the lowermost section, use the darkest shade you would want in your eyeshadow look. For me, it's going to be black. So with a fluffy brush, I'm going to apply black in the lowermost section. You don't have to be precise, and it's okay if it bleeds a little bit into the midsection because we'll be blending it out anyway. I'm going to quickly clean up the brush. I always have a terry cloth next to me, so I'm going to use the same brush for all the eyeshadows. Then I'm going to dip into this deep brown shade, which is lighter than the black, but darker than the one that I'll be using in the uppermost section. That's in fact the same eyeshadow that I used to mark my lid. And that, my friends, I'm going to apply it in the midsection. What we're trying to do here is go from the darkest shade closest to the lash line to the lightest shade as it moves upward and outward. And that is going to give you the ombre. I'm again cleaning up my brush before I use a lighter shade of brown, which is lighter than what I used in the midsection, which I'll be applying in the topmost section. So there we go. We have all the 3 sections filled in, darkest at the lash line, and as it goes upward and outward, it becomes lighter. We've laid out the foundation, and what we'll be doing now is blend over those lines that are separating the eyeshadows that is clearly visible right now. Those are basically the markings that I initially drew. With the same flat fluffy brush, I'm going to first dab over the line that separates the black eyeshadow with the midsection. I'm just dabbing and blending only over that line and not on both of the eyeshadows because we don't want them to mix and look like a different eyeshadow. We will do the same over the line that separates the darker brown with the lighter brown. Now it makes more sense as to why I used that eyeshadow that I used in the midsections to do the initial markings. As you can see, it blends like a dream with the other eyeshadows. Finally, of course, we are softening the edge of the topmost layer. And as you can see, the ombre smoky eye has taken form. To balance out my lid, I'm going to be using the lighter brown shade in my lower lash line, first smoking it out. And then I'm going to be using the darker brown shade closer to the lash line. Then I'm going to be using the black eyeshadow very close to my lashes, stamping it with a small angled brush. And finally, using a fluffy brush, I'm going to swipe across my lower lash line so there's a clean blend between the eyeshadows. Because this is an ombre eyeshadow technique, we are going to keep the darkest at the waterline. So I'm going to be using a black eye pencil in my waterline. This is the Aqua Resist pencil by Makeup Forever, my favorite. And then I'm going to finish up by highlighting my inner corner as well as brow bones. This is optional, but I love it. And the highlighter that I'm using is from Ofra. It's called Flash. It's my collaboration with Ofra Cosmetics. It's time to curl my lashes before I apply a coat of mascara. The one that I'll be using today is the Hella Thick Mascara by Fenty Beauty. And for lashes, I'm going to be using the Lily Lashes in Light Foam Mink. And here's the trick. After applying my lashes, I like to use the curler again and press my natural lashes against the false lashes so they join together and they look like one strip. And here is the finished smoky eye. And because this is an instruction-based video, it took me about 5 minutes to finish this look. In real time, it takes me less than a couple minutes on both eyes. This is something that I wore to work every single day because it's so easy to do. I'm going to finish up with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Matte Blur Lipstick in medium blur. And that's a beautiful berry pink shade that is more muted to balance out the beautiful intense smoky eye. And here is the finished look. Smoky eyes are so wonderful even if you have hooded eyes because they cut out on all the sharp edges and they blur and smoke everything out, and it's very forgiving on the folds. Overall, they look very sultry whether you wear it for a daytime look or decide to jazz it up with a little bit of glitter for an evening or a special occasion. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the description box for links to all the products that I used, as well as links to my social media in case you plan to follow me there. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.